Right, I need some tea. Oh my God, fucking hell. What the hell? I need to go to my bed. I just nearly, do you know what I just nearly done, right? I was pouring my tea and I wasn't paying attention. I nearly fucking poured it like too full and it would have went on all my cards and I would have been crying. But it didn't happen. So there's no point in crying over something that didn't happen. Somebody needs to hear that. Well, that's quite nice. And somebody needs to hear this because they're pulling my eyes to it. I give myself credit for the progress I've made. Well, that's funny because when one of my best pals was here, when was that? God, it was nearly a week ago now. It was just right after I'd went out with my other friend. Um, le- yeah, her eyes got drawn to that, and she was like, "Oh, I'll take that." So yes, I give myself credit for the progress I've made in Self Love Club. Um, but yeah, I might use that as a thumbnail. Um, Somebody needed to hear that. And if I was on camera, I would do tapping with you because it's that card, but I can't be bothered, so I'll just read it. Even when I question if I've made enough progress, I choose to focus on how far I've come. I take a moment to look back and honour my journey. I've been through so much. I'm grateful for my growth. I am where I'm meant to be to create a bright future. I give myself credit for the progress I've made. So I hope you're doing that. Why are you pulling me all cards that are sitting about? Disappointed, disillusioned, defeated, and let down. So that feels like it's carrying on from the one before. So yeah, that was face down and I got guided to pick it up. So the wee boy's let go of his loon, he's like, oh no, and he's like, oh fuck, you know what I mean? But also when I use balloon emojis, I always use that for like letting go of stuff. So um like maybe it's something you do need to let go of. Let me just check. Oh my God, what the hell have I done now? Right. Oh, I needed to find. So same goes. I'm putting in the donation link. It's optional, so it's just, you know, if you want to, nobody needs to. I don't think I'm going to be here very long, to be honest. I might be. I don't know. And that's the booking link, so it's more for people. You're watching it later. Oh, come on, just let me pin it. Is it because my nails are so long? Is that why it's doing it? Oh my God, that's fucking annoying. Determined. No, it's. Oh, there we go. I usually get there and then. Right, so um yeah, so like I was saying, another one, Venus is conjunct Mars, that's divine feminine, divine masculine, magnetically being pulled to one another. So, and for some people it could be happening right now. Do you know what I mean? It's in the air, definitely. So um it's definitely with that full moon, because the full moon energy is settling, you know. Um, and definitely, I would say about 2 weeks from now, because you know the full moon always illuminates the subconscious, and because Cancer is about feelings, it would make sense that when the dust kind of settles a little bit, that like you know around the new moon in Capricorn, things like reality really kicks in, and also a bit of a warning for people if you're going through a rough time. And also, I just looked at the time at 21:21. That's a karmic cycle closing out, and that's a big karmic cycle because I'm seeing the number 21 twice. It's huge karmic cycles closing out. That's what it feels like they're telling me. But also Capricorn's karma. So um yeah, it feels like I don't know. I feel like you know reality could really be kicking in, and also it's time. So if there's panicking about time running out or things to do with time and everything, that can all sort of arise to eat like now with the all because there's so many planets in Capricorn. But yeah, And then they're pulling my eyes to that again, will call. Yeah, so I think someone's feeling the pressure of time. And then they're pulling me that again. I'm loving you from afar. Right, anyway, so I'll get in the collective stuff after. So is anybody here right now? If you are and you're not shy, if you um, let me know if you would like. Connor probably fell asleep, unless you're one of the people that just arrived. Let me know if you'd like a card, and I'll pull you cards. And if there's not too many people, I'll just do whatever, and then I'll get off and force myself to watch The Secret of My Success and fall asleep to it, or I will just go to sleep. But I'm determined to watch it. I've kind of been saving it. I'm like, no, it's not yet, but I'm going to watch it soon. Uh, is there anyone alive out there? Is there anyone out there? Does anyone want a card? Let's just do these until I see somebody saying they do. So what is going on with the collective of divine feminines, divine masculines that are moving closer? Move closer, just a little. Letting go. Look what I just said about the balloon. Letting go is sometimes necessary. So I feel if you're the divine feminine, you had no choice but to let this go. It's been a long time. You've been fed up with it, and you're like, right, I'm just letting this go for my own sanity. Although we all know you can't really let this go, but whatever makes you feel better. You're letting go of any and all expectations. The masculine is asking the angels for help. Oh dear, there's a bit of a theme here. Also, there's a full moon behind that angel, so we're still in the full moon energy. Yeah, this as the feminine is letting go. Actually, that's interesting. I channeled that a month ago for the Cancer fourth house one, so it makes sense because it's Cancer full moon. And then I clipped it just over the weekend, and it was exactly what I'm saying right now. That as the feminine's releasing, the masculine's like now panicking a bit. It feels like asking the angels for help, and they want to have a sincere talk. I love these cards. They're always quite like, wow, when I use them. So look, sincere talk. So it's fitting with the one I've just done. Like, so I mean, there's a big lesson in this, and it's what I say all the time. Like, whenever there's any kind of desperation in anything in life, it just holds things up. Whereas when you genuinely are fed up and you let it go, when it's things to do with love, the other person does feel it. And if they do feel the same, they will feel the shift in energy. And definitely when you're twin flames. So yeah, there's a sincere talk coming for some people. Talking keeps your relationship alive. Uh, I'm really resisting the urge to make jokes right now. Because, first of all, some twin flames, you've never had a relationship with your twin flame, so let's not get delulu on that one. Some of you might have, some of you might have even married them and had breakups and all this kind of stuff. But it's, but also the one I'm just going to make the joke. It's like, the talking that most people do is energetically and telepathically. Do you know what I mean? And I would say that's the thing that divine feminines are fed up at. It's like, nah, this is just, I can't anymore. Someone close to you is sincere. So, all jokes aside, but really not joking. That's quite funny. I saw myself that I was going to be saying that, but it reminds me of, in Bridesmaids when the dad is like, seriously, I'm not joking. And then they all start laughing. It's like, no, I'm not joking. It's like, and I'm not joking with what I said. It's like someone does want to come forward with a sincere talk. So what else have we got? What else does the masculine want to say? I just saw faithfulness there as well. So if there was any type of unfaithfulness, which again, just stressing, uh, cheating and unfaithfulness can't really exist if you weren't ever in a relationship with this person. Although, and for some people, there could have been like people, I don't know, that could go down in all different types of ways. That kind of connects with what I was picking up on the other one. Like, even if there weren't labels put on that, this person still could have tried to put you in some kind of triangulation, like in competition with others or something. And it's always, if it's somebody that genuinely likes you, it's always for them to see whether you like them. And if anybody, male or female, does ever do that to people, that's where you need to go and get healing and therapy, because in the long run, if you do that too long to someone, you're going to lose them. Like, and that wouldn't matter if you don't care, but if you do care, it's manipulation, and it's dark, and it's. But the thing is, you can turn it around and change that if you realize that's not fair. But yeah, you want to realize that before the other person kind of you push them too far. It's like I always say about, I've said this for years and years and years. I feel when you really push somebody too far, when you do care about each other and you're playing games, it is like that scene in Closer. Don't watch that if you don't like swearing and really filthy talk. Some people are like, sign me up. That's funny. But no, in that, like, there's a scene right at the end where she's like totally in love with the guy. Well, there's a talk about cheating. There's a whole the fucked up cheating and shagging and everything. That honestly, I've not seen that film for years, but it's really fucked up. It's based on a play. But the long short of it is, he it's like he's done all this stuff to her, and it's like she doesn't care anymore. And she just turns around and she's like, I don't love you anymore. You know what I mean? Please leave. Like, it's pretty harsh. So, and that's quite harsh to me to put it right, but I feel they're getting across quite a strong message there, that it's like you don't want to push somebody to that point where they don't care anymore. And you don't even really want to push somebody to the point where they care, but they don't find you attractive because you've been so, you know, in some cases dismissive, but in other cases, like, well, abusive if it's using silence to punish someone. But it's yeah, I can't really bother getting into this talk because it's quite a loaded topic, because it's that kind of thing about a lot of people can't tell the difference between dismissive avoidant and basically narcissistic behavior. And when you know what both is, it's easy to understand why people can't tell the difference. But there is a difference, because from what I've helped people with, and well, just personal experience on this journey, if somebody kind of has stayed away for years on end, that isn't the same as somebody that like comes back every few months, or and breadcrumbs you. Like, that's the difference for me. You know what I mean? There's still a lot of crossover that isn't good, but I think definitely when you then break that down, the twin flame journey as well, it's usually down to trauma, like both people's trauma and not being able to communicate and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, it's important you know the difference, because I just saw karma. Look, limbo. Yeah, look, I think that's the point. Sorry, not sorry, but I think it's a mixture of me being so tired and just I'm just putting myself out the way to deliver the message, and it's harsh because, like I said, it's all these planets in Capricorn. It's like a harsh wake up call for both people, I think. Like, if you've been on the receiving end of, well, being ignored and being made to feel like you don't matter, and like all these other people matter more than you, and which can be confusing when that isn't the real truth. Um, and then for the masculine, it's like a bit of a different thing of like, why have I been doing this? And waking up to that and going through a spiritual wait, limbo. Basically, that, and this is so interesting. I said this in one of the shorts recently. I can't remember the way it came through, but it's like even the one that will have been released now. Like, I had a quick look because I wanted to remind myself. The one for tomorrow, remember when I say tomorrow, it's all timeless. The one for tomorrow is really rough because it was like that felt like somebody panicking, like fuck. It was like only you um and then actually the one for Wednesday, because I weirdly I always usually film only up to Monday, but I think the phone died. I got to Wednesday. Um, it was something about somebody being shy. So that's what I mean about, you got to know for your own situation all the different and it could be bits and bobs of everything that I'm saying, but it's complicated, guys. It's so complicated. I can't be bothered tapping into this very much. But yeah, seek clarity on mixed signals. That kind of nails it, doesn't it? Like, whether you're a man or a woman, are you in a karmic relationship dealing with somebody that's yanking your chain, manipulating you, and just passing time with you until they find something better, to be blunt? Or are you in an abusive karmic relationship where somebody isn't doing the healing on themselves and they put you down and keep you feeling small about yourself so you don't move on to your true twin flame? That's a lot of people's situations. Or are you in a true twin flame separation where you've both had challenging experiences in your life that will scarily mirror one another? And once you talk to clear up the mixed signals about however long it's been, and like, for those of you that have been in twin flame separations for years, and again, sorry guys, if you've been on it a couple of years, I know it can feel like hell, but so take this if it resonates, but I'm usually most of the time speaking to people that have been in separations of much longer than a couple of years. But I know it's painful however long it's been. But there might be so much to talk about over all the stuff that has happened that it could be so overwhelming. Like, see, when I even think about if ever mine wants to talk, wherever that might fucking be, like, it gets so overwhelming, all the different things that have popped up and things that I've wondered and questioned, even things from like way back, like as far as like what was like 2012, 2005, all these kind of sort of things. It actually just makes me want to lie down and take a nap. Do you know what I mean? Like, like, and I'm being serious. And I mean, even like hypothetically, if he was to come and want to talk to me, like, where do you even start? I'd be like, can we just be napping buddies right now? And I mean, like, literally just that. Like, can I, and then maybe we could just work this out telepathically. But then, all jokes aside, what you need to do is like start somewhere and then maybe just take a break and be like, let's not talk about any of this anymore just now and talk about this again. And that's what we say. Like, if you actually are lucky enough because you've put in the work, so it's nothing to do with luck, you've prepared, you've put in the work, and you're both ready to talk. I think this is people that you're going to have to like have like a long weekend of talking or like a fucking week's holiday or a fucking month's holiday. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like whatever. It's like it's yeah, it's pretty full on. So I'm channeling overwhelm of both people here, I think. So, and it's kind of, I feel what I'm sort of channeling is like how overwhelming it could be for somebody to come forward if they stayed away for such a long time to talk. I just went past the talk card again. Talking keeps your relationship alive. Like this, I feel this is quite deep. I feel I'm channeling somebody that's like, look, timing, what did I say? I've left it too late. The relationship's dead. Whatever, remember, because relationship, we're all in relationship to everyone. Because, and I'm stealing that from, well, I'm quoting it from that awkward moment, which indicates there could be an awkward conversation coming soon. But in that film that I talk about all the time, well, not all the time, but I do love it, so it's relevant. It's like, um, he ghosts her when something bad happens in her life, and then when he starts to miss her, he comes back being all jokey and that, and it's not appropriate because her dad had just died. But it's like she's like, you know, all relationships are is being there for someone when they really need you. I think that is what she says. That's all they are. And then she walks off, kind of thing. And then he's like totally heartbroken because he's like, shit, she was really cool. I was getting to know her. I was starting to like her. And it's basically somebody that's like, you know what I mean? Like he's working out, like, oh, I actually like her more than any of these other hoes. Because basically he does call up his situationship and it's quite a, like I've said before, quite a graphic sex scene, really. But it's like the hope, it's not really, although there is, that film's really funny and it has got quite racy bits in it. More I'd say the overwhelming sort of theme for me when I watch it is it's quite a hard hitting scene of like a guy. It's like you're getting an insight into what somebody goes through when they are in love and they're realizing how they fucked it up. Because it's like he's trying to do all the things he would do before to like run away from feeling like that, and he can't. Like, drinking in a bar and talking to a random guy, and the guy's like, it sounds like you just need to get laid. And then that's why he does call up the other girl, and she's like, when he's trying to talk to her, she's like, what are you doing? This isn't what we do. And that's what I'm meaning about, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, all this could be relevant. Love teaches us many lessons, and it's all part of the journey. And look, someone is coming. Arrival ahead. Arrival ahead. Oh my God, how crazy is that? Focus on what's in front, ahead, arrival, love, maybe just around the corner. And that's funny because in that film they meet at like 2 in the morning in a park because it's New York. That's what happens. I think it's set in New York, and no, it definitely is. And yeah, that yeah. Again, someone needs to watch that. It is a really funny film. I just put that on when I'm can't be bothered really fast. Actually, that might be a good one to watch tonight because it's like, nah, I can't watch anything tonight. I need to go to my bed. I don't. I mean, does anyone want cards? Did everyone? Did I think Connor fell asleep? It's fine by me, guys, because as you can hear, I'm practically sleeping right now anyway. And I was giving myself, I was like, I can't go to sleep any earlier than 10, and it's near enough 20 to 10. So thanks for helping me pass the time. Um, oh dear, I think I might be channeling something there. Thanks for helping me pass the time. See, that's about placeholders. Sorry, I don't like that term, but I think that's really getting across if you see what the other one I just done. That, yeah, that's brutal, but that is what I'm getting. Right, let's use the bits of paper because I forgot that I like to use these. So we've got inner child healing. That's handy because I was using them another one. Where are they? Oh no, there's only one. Where's the rest of them? I'm getting really dangerously tired now. Do you know what I mean? Where it's like, thank God I don't need to wash off any makeup or anything. I can just literally roll out of my bed, and that sounds good. Right. What else have we got? Self-love affirmations. Right, we can do this. I'm just going to do this. I'll look out for if anyone wants a card, but nobody's here. So the offer was there, but nobody's taken me up on the offer. So this is indicating people are in their fields. What have we got for the inner child stuff? For self-love, Clove, what have we got for what have we got for the divine feminines and the masculine's feminine side? Oh, 10, and it's a 10-year, which reduces to one beginnings, like I said, another one. Disappointment is not the end. There's hope even in the darkest of nights. So, divine feminine, you've went through quite a dark time, wondering if this person is ever going to return to you. Divine masculine feels like you're currently in a dark time, dark night of the soul, or coming out of one, wondering if you've really fucked it for good. You know what I mean? It's the way that I can see it. So when you get to this point, because some masculines might be blissfully spiritually asleep, having fun with whoever else, until the bubble bursts and the reality hits and karma hits. And that's what Capricorn season does. And that's what we're in. Um, Masculine. You deserve to be seen. Let yourself be known. Wow, that's powerful. Yep. So this is definitely the story of the masculine energies that have been in the shadows doing the healing, and you deserve to be seen. Like, you deserve to be seen, you deserve to be heard. And the thing is, it's quite funny, isn't it? Because a lot of divine masculines are like the kind of King of Wands from the one that I channeled before this. And they are seen and they are heard. But I'm not talking about showing off, kind of putting on a show, that kind of seen and heard. I'm talking about you deserve to be seen and heard for the real stuff. And I feel what you've taught each other here is, look, set boundaries, and that's what Capricorn energy is. Claim your power and know your value today. There's something really strong coming in here about, because you as the feminine, divine feminine, male and females, have valued yourself and set boundaries with the divine masculine if that arose in any way, which it will have at some point on your journey. They respect you for it. After you've pissed them off, they respect you for it. And not only do they respect you for it, they've learned how to value themselves and set boundaries where they need to. And so, because that's all a lot to do and it's very exhausting, it's going to be a time to celebrate soon. And this is one of my union cards. Cultivate an air of celebration today. So, something could be significant around the 20th, and that is actually in the new moon in Capricorn. And Capricorn, like I've already said, is commitment. And so, yeah, there could be long-term commitments or going towards the person that you see a long-term future with around that new moon in Capricorn. And also remember, Juno, the asteroid to do with marriage and commitment, is in Capricorn too. Yeah, so along with the Venus and the Mars there right now too, that is all a lot about Mercury too. That's why this message is coming through so brutal and serious. It's like, don't blame me. I have got my third house, which is communication in Capricorn too. But it's like it's making my messages even more blunt and brutal because the planet of communication is in Capricorn. It's all just quite brutal energy. Right. A time to remember, look back on your childhood, and then that ties in with the one that I've done before this. There is hope ahead. Have courage and take heart, for there is hope. So there's something there about, like, look, we've got a feminine here that's let go in some kind of way. And because you've let go, the masculine feels like it's over. Let it go. Let go of all that no longer serves you. So you've done that as a divine feminine. And then it feels like the masculines went into a bit of a dark place. But sorry to be brutal again, it feels like this group of masculine needed to go into a bit of a dark place about this. Now, the thing that's not fun is the masculine goes into a dark place about things, other things will happen in their life to create power moments to humble them too. So I'm sorry if that is you that I'm talking about right now. Who's that that's saying hello? Oh, hello, Tani. How are you doing? Would you like some cards? Because I was wondering if anyone was going to show up, so I was going to go after I do this. But yeah, so prayers and love to anyone that's going through some really painful stuff, whether it be on the twin flame journey or because you've been put through horrible towers to do other things to do with your life. But that's spiritual awakening, I'm afraid. Happens to the best of us, happened to me. Can't be bothered getting into that story. You can buy my book when I write it. I'm late. I'm in late because I just woke up for work. Oh yeah, because it's your morning. Well, you've already been a member for 3 months. That's great. See, we can celebrate that. Right, okay, I will do your cards after I finish this wee bit. Right, what was affirmations? Let's get some of them. Where are they kicking about? Throat's a wee bit sore because I channeled that personal reading for ages earlier, and then I'm doing this. Look, zoom in. Somebody needs to zoom in. So that's for the like that doesn't even mean that, but that's what that card means to me. That's for people that do need to do a zoom with me. So right. What's an affirmation for the feminine, the masculine, feminine side? We've got when I'm ready to make positive changes in my life, I attract whatever I need to help me. I rise above all limitations. That's what I feel you've done. This feels like it fits with the other one. I feel the Queen of Wands, Divine Feminines. You've risen above everything that was put in your way to stop you, whether it be the challenging situations that you feel. And again, this is because I'm a counselor, right? I would say it like this, but the masculine doesn't make you feel anything. In truth, nobody makes you feel anything. Like you're given them power over you to make you feel, what I mean? That goes for anything, not just the twin flame journey. But I know that, if I wasn't a counselor and before I was a counselor, we do say that, oh, they made me feel like this. Do you know what I mean? It's like take back your power and be like, I'm going to rise above this. So in that deck with a guy where it looks like they're trying to make somebody jealous, rise above it. Just kind of, give that the side eye and be like, all right, if that's the way you want to operate, that's okay. that goes for anyone that's trying to, you know, like any type of competitive energy like that, like when it's been bit like, because again, I used to talk about it all the time. I don't now because I got bored of it, and I do when it comes up and it's relevant. But I've had things like that where like I've had really good ideas and like people have just like, and I've actually trusted people and told them, and they've just fucking like nabbed it and been ruthless with it. And anything where anything like that's happened in the past, because it was so long ago now, I forgive it and I let it go in that. But it is disheartening because you're like, some people have literally got no shame, or but is it no shame, or is it no good ideas of their own? Do you know what I'm saying? Um, and at the end of the day, people can steal your ideas, but they can't steal your essence. So that feels like a boom drop the mic moment too. But you know what I mean? It's kind of like, if people are in that competitive energy, just let them race ahead. You know what I mean? You're in your own race, and you should only try to compete with who you were yesterday. In my opinion, not everyone looks at things like that, but New Earth energy, which is what we're in now, is not about competition. It's about just be yourself and attract the soul family that align with you. And there's plenty of different groups, and like when it comes to YouTube, there's loads of different people on YouTube. And you might find that over the years, definitely I've found that you really resonate somewhere for a while, and then like masks slip and energies feel different, and you're like, nah, time for me to move on, timeline shift, you know what I mean? Or just you don't resonate anymore. It'll be different things for different people. And then you might find that you only sort of hang out in like a couple of places or even one place. There's a lot of people that are like, I actually only tune into you. And I'm kind of like, well, that's not me being Hitler about it. That's somebody's just, like that's Charlotte I'm talking about. Charlotte's like, I don't actually watch any other Twinflame people. And I'm like, you should, Charlotte. You should see what's out there. But you know what I mean? It's in some ways, when you find somebody that knows what they're talking about and it's resonating, it might be quite good to not like convoluted it too much. But but as a North Node in Gemini, I think I would advise you, it can be good to kind of see what other people are saying out there, and just for discernment to see whether you can spot the true twin flames from the false ones. Because like I said, the false ones give a half truth mixed in with a lot of fear. The real ones are chosen ones that have got a bright light, and you'll feel the love emanating off of us, off of me, off of any of the women and men that do it. And you'll just feel a deep sort of affinity connection to them. Like I'm proud that a lot of you feel to me and I feel to you, like whether we've had a Zoom or not. But it's funny, like when I have Zooms with people, it feels like I've known you for ages, and it's like I've just fucking met you. It's weird. But right, masculine. The moment I'm willing to change, it is amazing how the universe brings me what I need. Wow, powerful wording. I trust myself and the process of life. So I feel this message is about someone's had to trust that everything that's happened in their life, the masculine in particular, it's led you to this point of change. And the moment you're willing to change and you want to change, more importantly, because nothing will change until you actually want it to, that's when God will bring you what you need. This says the universe, but I've said this before. The word universe totally gets on my tits. Don't get me wrong, I watch plenty of people that say universe and I love them, but personally for me, I can't stand that. I don't know what, it really irks me. I'm not asking the universe, I'm asking God. And I'm not even asking God, God's telling me. Do you know what I mean? Like, so that's just my weird wee thing. But yeah, I feel this is definitely about the change is coming about for this group of twin flames because the masculine wants to change, not because the feminines twisted their arm to change or manipulated them to change, because that is what the karmic energies do, whether they're male or female. And that's what it feels like the conclusion that a lot of masculine energies, male and female, get to when they get there. And you only get there when you get there yourself, kind of thing. Wow, that was deep. So, okay, I think we'll just leave them there. So, right, Tani, let's get some cards for you. So, if anyone else is there, let me know and I'll pull you a few cards. Yeah, it has gone fast. That's pretty nuts. Um, right, let's use these flower cards. So what have we got for Tanine? Let's set a wee timer so that I'm not here forever. I'm going to set a wee 5-minute timer. Oh, actually, technically, but I don't want to do you dirty there. I was about to say you're due your 15-minute cards, but nah, we can do that. We can do 15 minutes because I think I'll just do yours and then I'll go. Yeah. Do you want your 15-minute ones? But then actually that always confuses me because I'm doing 3 cards anyway. Will we do that another day? You can have it just now if you want it, and then I'll do you 3 cards when I'm back the next time. But you're already due your because the thing is, I'm sure you didn't get and I've wrote it down somewhere, but it doesn't matter if I do it twice, but there was a couple of you that were due your 50-minute cards from when I broke for Christmas, and it's going to be the new moon again quite soon. Um, right, okay, let's just do 5 minutes then, because I am pretty tired. So just because it's 3 cards anyway, so we'll do your 15-minute one. And any of you that are watching that are in the second level of the membership, if you didn't get your new moon cards before, because I got very tired, and basically there was a couple of you that didn't get it because you didn't catch me on the live. Yeah, we'll just make sure we catch up by the time, it gets to the next one. It always works out, basically. And if you're not a member and you'd like to be, that is the main thing about the second level of the membership, is you get 15-minute free cards once a month on the new moon. In truth, you get a lot more free cards than that, because when I go in and do the prayer circles, I do tend to pull cards for people. And also, it's like having a wee astrologer in your pocket, because I'm too tempted to look at people's charts. Like with the person's unlisted that I was doing today, I couldn't help myself. I was actually referring to her chart as I was going through each month, which is why it took 2 hours rather than one. So I was saying to her, I was like, right, if anyone else wants this, I might need to put the price up. But to be real, I won't put the price up. I'll just keep it at what it is. And I'll just keep that in mind for next year, that it's not an hour video, it's 2 hours. Um, but nobody ever wants to book that anyway. You know what I mean? So I'm just quite glad I got to do one of them, because like I said, I don't know. I explained another one that it's not something that I'm really that arsed about, like getting again, because I just don't. I read for myself all the time anyway, and actually, I don't even read for myself. I don't need to. Like I said, God, I just go to God, and God tells me stuff. But if ever somebody is reading my energy, which literally is very limited, as in like slash no one. Nah, I'm joking. It's not no one, but like I don't let very many people read my energy, and if I do, it's because I trust them and they're genuine. Which is why I'm always very humbled and honored if people let me tune into their energy. Um, but the thing is, whenever you're getting someone to read your energy anyway, it should just be confirming what you already know. That's what I'm doing too. But yeah, you shouldn't just let anyone read your energy. And it gets awkward because, like, I'm not gonna lie, it's like it's if you know a lot of people that do that, and you might think like, oh, you have to tune in everyone. I learned that lesson on Facebook. You don't. Like, I remember, this is anonymous, but this is a long time ago. I was in a friend of mine who's also a mediums like group, and so there's loads of lovely other healers and mediums and stuff like that. But I didn't gel with everyone. Do you know what I mean? But it's more so like when I was doing lives, like people can take an instant dislike to me because I'm good at what I do and I'm confident. Do you know what I mean? And then what I always say is that's not really very fair, because I worked hard to get confident. Like, I was very shy, and still can be not shy, but I can be um like, I can feel really uncomfortable in certain situations with lots of people and stuff. So it's like, I've got a very sensitive side. And so that's why I fiercely protect myself. Or I've got, like, my best friends are like fiercely protective of me too. Like, and I've not got very many anymore, but they're very protective. Like, I've said that a lot, but when I went out in the festival with my best friend, um, I just feel completely cloaked in love. Do you know what I mean? Because that's how close we are. But same with one and my other. In fact, yeah, the only people that I consider my best friend these days, I feel like that with all of them. Like I'm like that about them, they're like that about me. Do you know what I mean? That's how it should be. And that's what I'm like about my soul family kind of thing. It's we're getting deep again, guys. Right, okay, so anyway, getting into this. So yeah, that's fine because I have to go to work soon anyway, so it's all good. Thank you, Tani, because I could have got through the 15 minutes, but I think it's fairer to you. I'm putting the timer on again because I spoke. I think it's fairer to you if I just oh my god, that's a lot of cards, but that's fine. Let's see what comes out. So, world energy, how interesting. I actually pulled that in that personal one today. So, Agapanthus. The earth is going through a transition of energy, and your sensitive body, look at what I was saying about sensitivity, is feeling it. You're not alone, accept the help of others. So, what this is saying to me is that you're not imagining it, and of course I know that you know that you're not going to be, but don't gaslight yourself that you're being too sensitive or anything like that. And again, I hope you're not doing that. I don't think you would be, but they're making me say it like that, so other people could resonate with this too, by the way. But um you're really feeling the world energy right now, and of course, unfortunately, with you having just went through that horrendous experience where you live, and on top of too many personal traumas, like recent ones, we're not even talking about the past, you have had a lot to deal with. So, I really hope you do give yourself that card, the credit that you deserve for going to work, actually. With you saying that you're on your, you know what I mean? Like it's, yeah, I don't think anyone could blame you for having a mental health day here and there, put it that way. Like, I hope that you get the rest that you need, but definitely that's what I think it's talking about. Like, you're not alone and get the support that you need. Um, and so be positive. I've got a problem with this card, and especially when it comes after the way I've just channeled that. But your thoughts can shape your experience. So be sure to focus on the positive. That's why I've got a problem with that card. It sounds a bit toxic positivity, doesn't it? It's a nice guy that made these cards, though, actually, because you can't really. These cards are quite hard to get. They're expensive if you find them on eBay and stuff. But basically, you can't always be positive in some situations. With the obvious ones I've just mentioned, some things are tragic, hard to get your head around, the kind of things that happen that you're like, okay, is there a God? Why would God let this happen? Kind of thing. So, and I think we've all had moments in life like that, whether it's something that happens in the world or in our personal lives. Um, and somehow we heal, somehow we find a way to get through it as a collective and in our personal lives. Um, but I feel I'm going to change that message to be like, it's just about when you're feeling really low, focusing on what you feel grateful for and being proud of yourself for doing the healing work when you could run away from it. You know what I mean? And look what I just said about taking time for yourself. Take time for yourself, tulip, enjoy relaxation activities that nurture your soul. Yeah, because when you are reliving past trauma, or a bit overwhelmed with like all these different things coming at you, because that's how I'm feeling right now. And obviously I know because you've told me the things that you've went through recently and past things. It's like nobody could blame you for feeling very overwhelmed with it all. And especially I really do feel that now, because I know, like, obviously I'm keeping anonymous, but if you found that full moon at the weekend really rough, and we're still in it now, um you're not alone there, because like I said, that is cancer is trauma. It's family, it's the mother, it's like um it's hidden stuff. Where was I going with that actually? Because there was something else coming in. Oh yeah. Like for instance, like I know that there was somebody else that was commenting and really struggling. And that person will know who they are. And there was a comment that somebody made. I actually didn't I haven't let it go through the filter because I just can tell that that person was going through a lot of pain. And actually, they're totally going to know who this is. So I'm just going to, yeah, I'm going to, when they watch this, they'll know what I mean. It's, the comment was like, it confused me because I was quite tired when I read it, and I was like, are they talking to me? And it wasn't like, so if this is you and you're like, oh shit, that was me, you were talking in the comment as if you were talking to your twin flame. So I know I've seen some people do that on YouTube videos, but um I don't get that a lot. And when I do that, it kind of fucks with my head. So that's why I didn't publish it, because I just feel, you know, I saw what you said and I acknowledged it for you and the pain that you were feeling. Um, but I think just in future, people out there, just, in general, because actually, I know why I'm saying this, because that person's someone that's I'm a bit closer with, that, is someone that, I mean, she might even come in as I'm fucking talking, but like, um, like, it's like, there's loads of people that I do that with, but you know what I mean? When there's loads of people in the chat and I have a wee chat back and forwards, and it's like the coaching on the chat or the listening and stuff. But like, I had a really fucking weird one, and this person has left quite a few weird comments, like, and I remember and it's not somebody that chats or anything. It's like they just kept leaving, and I'm like, kind of cheeky actually, and I'm like, I could take it, but I just kept sort of thinking, right, maybe they're just a bit blunt or a bit kind of, giving them the benefit of the doubt. And then one over the weekend, that I was like, nah, they're gone. Like, that's just fucking weird. Like, so, um, but yeah, that person was doing that too, like talking to me as if I was their twin flame, or like saying like not very nice things about their twin flame. And I'm not going to allow stuff like that to come through. You can be hurt, you can be angry, but don't like start bashing the other half of your soul in the comments. It's not cool. Like, especially if any of your twin flames actually come and see that. You know what I mean? Because remember, provided you are actually a true twin flame and the person you're directing that at is your twin flame. I don't know that unless I've had a personal session with you. You're bashing yourself. So that's the most important thing to take on. But I feel with that other person that's been blocked now anyway, I think they're a troll. And if they're not, I think they are a troll though, because it's like I said a few times, it's like they were. I can't remember all the comments, but I can just over time. I'm like, nah, but it's about boundaries, and I have got the rules. See, I'm going very Capricorn. Capricorn's boundaries and rules. I do state the rules, and it's like, one of them is like, if you're cheeky, you're out, and that person was quite cheeky quite a few times, but it was more like said that last one was like being. It's just kind of like the weird ass comments that a lot of other channels get, the fake twin flame channels, or even real twin flame channels that haven't got very good boundaries on their comments. And I'm not having that around here. So, in case any of these people that have done that in the past, long in the past, or presently, more recently, are still watching from another account, you're just going to get blocked if you leave comments like that. Because I don't, although I've got the filter on, I hardly ever get anything like that. But when I do, I'm just going to delete it, or I'm going to block you if it's too much. So don't bother, basically. Dinny bother, as we say here, because it's not nice. And this is why, because true twin flames have patience with the journey. When you do the deeper healing work, you've got patience with yourself. So you've got patience with your divine masculine. And if you don't have it, book a session. That's what I've been helping people with for 11 years this year. Doesn't mean there's no other good people that help people in the twin flame journey, women and men. There is. But if you resonate with me and you're ready to get the help, I can help you with that. There's only so much I can help you through these general readings, especially not if people aren't chatting and stuff. But open your heart, Red Rose. Your potential for greater love rests in opening your heart. Blockages and wounds. Oh my God. Sorry, I've just realized today. I've just realized, like, but I'm going with it because it must have needed to happen. I've just realized I've went full on into collective channeling when it was your message, but that's for a reason. So I've not even been reading what you're saying there. So I'm going to read it in a minute. I'm going to just carry on reading it that way, and then I'm going to. So I've basically to read. I feel that was your card, that was your card, and this was your card, and then when I started. It's when I started talking about that going off, I've went into collective. So if these still resonate, they still resonate. But um Your prayers have been heard and they're being answered. Your potential for greater love rests in opening your heart. Blockages and wounds from your past will be healed and you'll be met with the true passion you seek. Yeah, because again, it's like, so I'm going to go back to yours now, Tini, because it's about keeping it classy. And for me, like, a lot of shit has went down with me and mine. And look, like I've said before, I've quite possibly sacrificed my own fucking union to be doing what I'm doing. But I am hopeful that he will want to talk to me one day. But it's and that day better be soon, by the way. Like, it's not cool. You're throwing yourself under the bus. Do you know what I mean? So if you don't know how to have your own fucking back, I don't know what to tell you. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm pretty sure my twin flame hasn't even had my own fucking, like, his own back, but I'm pretty sure he's, you know, at some point along the line not been the best of friends to me. But we'll just leave that at that. Like, but I'm a very forgiving person and I understand what this journey is all about. But we can still have words about that too. But that's really what it comes down to. That's what true twin flames are about. When you both fully wake up and you're on the same page, you've got each other's backs, you're a power couple, all these cheesy things you want to say, and you'll have each other's back and you'll see through the liars and the fakes and the people that are going to double cross you. And at one point, you might have been thinking about, well, I can guarantee you at some point you were thinking about that about each other. Because I even remember when I was in that separation consciousness, and then one of the first personal readings I had where they were going on about how much this guy loves me, I'm like, really? Because he's never fucking said anything like that to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, where the fuck are you getting this from, kind of thing? Do you know what I mean? But nah, I'm only joking. I did know, but it does help to hear it from someone else. So it's because I've been out of that a very long time, and I do happen to feel that it's more like this. You know what I'm saying? But even if that's just the unconditional love and the friendship. But I'm doing that in inverted commas because when there's so much sexual tension and chemistry and passion and attraction, the friendship's great and it is what you do need to have as well. But yeah, I don't think twin flames can just be friends, actually. Um, friends, lovers are nothing. Mad, passionate, extraordinary lovers are nothing. Might not be all twin flames, but it's definitely this twin flame with her twin flame. Right. So, because I've got Venus and Aries too. So, some like it hot. Do you know what I mean? I would rather have nothing or like that. And I'd rather have my twin flame or nobody else. Not everyone's like that. I'm quite extreme. That's how I'm like. Right. Okay. So, um, now I've picked up these cards for you to need. So, in fact, I'm going to read these comments. Just laughing at myself. I'll be laughing at this when I'm laughing and cringing, but I'm just going with it. So the mic will probably die to save me. Yeah, yes, I have had a huge amount of crap. I don't know how I still move in, but I am trying to push through it. Yeah, you're doing absolutely amazing. And you're also doing amazing because you've only been a member for 3 months. You only found the channel 3 months ago too, because you joined right away, which is extraordinary, the people that do that. Because it's trust, it's trusting as well. Like, when someone doesn't know me very well, but they just really resonate. But it's a gamble and a risk that paid off because of how highly you spoke about the sessions that we've done. But um, you're the best judge of that though. But also it's the fact that, you're not stopping to do it. Like a lot of people just do a session with me and I never see them again. And, for some people, maybe that's all they needed. And I was like the last key that unlocked something for them to feel, you know, at peace. That can be the case. That's kind of more, it's not that rare with me because I am a shaman where it's like I am, like I've said before, it might seem like it's me that's doing it, but I'm facilitating it. But I am a shaman where I'm like a last port of call. Um, but yeah, there's with a lot of other people, it's like, no, you need a lot more healing, and it's about you need to push through your own stuff in order to ask for support. That's most of the time what it is with people. Um, but But yeah, so you need to really be proud of yourself that you recognize when you need the support and you get it, whether it be from me or anyone else. So um yeah, I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed. I sure do need a bit of rest too, but I'm hoping today I get an early date. Yes, I hope you do too. Okay, I'm back, but I'm mad as fuck, so I'm doing. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Brandy. Um, I missed what happened. Oh, I missed what happened too. Was I talking about boundaries? I think I was talking about boundaries. Um, thank you so much. You're very welcome. Yeah, I forgive too much, I think. Yeah, that's the thing. There's a difference between being forgiving and like truly looking at, right, what this person done was pretty shite, really hurt me. In some cases, you could have been in shock, traumatized yourself, but you work through it and you're like, I forgive them. Even if they're never going to come and ever say sorry to me, I forgive them. Because I'm like that from like people from my past and that, like friends and stuff like that. Like, I say it all the time, I forgive people, but I don't want them to be my friend again. I want them to be happy, but happy away from me kind of thing. um, and and then there's some that's more extreme, like I wouldn't even say hi in the street kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not going to be fake. So other people I maybe would, but I don't know. But always wishing the best for people and wishing them to be happy, because wishing ill upon people is only going to bring that back to yourself anyway. But it's just not my nature. Like I said, I'm very Jesus like. I am very forgiving and get backstabbed all the time and stuff like that. But I get sent nice people too, like yourselves. Uh, but um, yeah, but so but there's the other type of forgiving that it's like sometimes it's for an easy life, or it's because you can't be bothered with the stress and the drama, or poor boundaries because you might not have been taught boundaries when you're younger and stuff. So you got to work out what one it is for you. But even if you resonate with the last one, we'll get you more resonating with the first one. And that wasn't just for you; that was for everyone. Um, because if truth be told, I was that second type for most of my life. Like people would treat me really badly. And yeah, actually, I was only just thinking about something like that today earlier. Something just popped into my mind. There was one memory I was having of a friend that used to treat me continuously like shit all the time. But again, it was through that person not having a lot of love for themselves. So, and I've had a few people treat me like that, so that could be anyone right now. But um, but yeah, I would just keep. Actually, do you know what it was like? It was like the dismissive avoidant thing that can happen with friends too. You keep thinking you're going to be the person that'll, they'll realize how much they're hurting you and not do it anymore. Nah, they might just keep doing it. Like, so you need to set boundaries, um, whether it's love or friendship or family. And then there was another one I was thinking back to, was like, my karmic person. And yeah, like, I mean, that's just embarrassing. And I think that's just, I just cringe at myself. But I do forgive myself too, because I was so young that I'm like right now, if you can see my face, and you've seen me make this face before, I've got a face of disgust. Like, how fucking dare you think that you can treat me like that? And like, it's like I'm talking to myself though. Like, how dare you allow yourself to be treated like that? Like, and how dare you forgive somebody that's treated you like that? Like, do you know what I mean? But like I'm saying, forgive. You know what I mean? I hope he's fucking happy and well away from me, kind of thing. But yes, anyway, so there's lots of, see how that past trauma thing can run pretty deep with everyone. Like I've worked through a lot of my past trauma, which is why I can talk about a lot of it, but it's like um it doesn't mean you don't still get flashes back to like cringing and like, I can't believe I allowed myself to be treated like that by a friend or a lover or anyone. Like what the actual fuck. But that's what growing and evolving as a person is about. And that's why we get led to mentors and teachers and guides and shamans and, you know, and healers and shamans and whatever the fuck else, other people that help people out there out call yourselves. How do you think we got doing this? It's not because we've not went through our own pain, we didn't come in here like fucking pure enlightened beings. Like, no, we went through a load of shit too. And like I said, this one still goes through shit. The amount of fucking spiritual warfare I get put through is insane. Like, even right down to the fact, sorry, I'm going to finish your message, but even right down to the fact that everyone knows this, right? Everyone that's followed me for the past decade knows I can't stand that triple digit number. That one, you know, the 6 one. I can't stand when I find people that are like, oh, that's the lover's card and it's angel numbers. And it's no, it's not. You're not going to try and fucking tell me that that number 3 times is fucking angel. Get to fuck, man. No, that ain't my truth. I don't like that number. When the subscribers land on that, on any of my platforms, I wanted to hurry the fuck away from it. When we were at that number before we were in the thousands, well, 1,000, we're not even at 2,000. I was like, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. But I remember it stopped it because it's like the devil trying to piss me off. And do you know that that has been, it's not right now. It's like one off it or above it or something. But the whole week of Christmas, by the way, it was stuck at that. And look what was happening to me. I had the worst Christmas ever because I had to phone the fucking hospital on Christmas morning when I was by myself in a lot of pain. The devil, that's spiritual warfare. You know what I mean? And then when I've spoke to friends of mine that do similar to what I do, I don't know exactly what they were going through, but I know generally a lot of the same stuff. Like people that are in the same sort of field as me, helping other people. Yeah, we're just exhausted and having things come at them too, because that's what happens to us that are on the front line. So, and even if you're not on the front line, those of you that don't, you know, do YouTube and other social media and stuff, you'll go through a lot of shit, and it is spiritual warfare. You're not imagining it, right? But yeah, interesting. Well, I find it interesting. So back to this. So again, with me going into that collective stuff and all these deep, serious chats, when I'm doing your cards tonight, I feel a lot of this is going to be resonating for you. Um, right. Let's get some lighter message. Yeah, that'll do. Heart choices. You cannot deceive your own heart when you honor your truth and follow your happiness. So to me, we're homing it back on you, but also any of the divine masculines that resonate with this, male or female. You can't deceive your own heart. You can try to, but when you honor your truth and you follow your happiness, you can't go wrong. But I think the message is there that you can piss a lot of other people off. You know what I mean? Because if they were wanting your life to go a certain way, or they were wanting to keep you stuck, they could try to gaslight you into thinking you're making the wrong decision. I can see how that fits for a lot of people where if someone's stuck with a karmic partner, oh, you're making a big mistake, you know, you can't leave this marriage, you know what I mean? You're going to be so unhappy. And it's like, you know, sometimes it's like, well, actually, no, I've been very unhappy for a long time. I think I'd actually be a lot happier not being in this. Doesn't need to be about love. It could be like, I've been very unhappy in this job for a long time. I think I wouldn't regret it at all. But someone could be like, oh my God, you're going to take a pay cut. You know what I mean? It's not wise to do that. You know, that sounds like mums and dads or something, the way I'm channeling that. Transformation. Well, no, I know myself better actually. And I've been doing a lot of, what the fuck's that? Sorry, there's something on the card. I can't be having that. A bit of food or something. Anyway, so transformation, the end of old ways, beliefs, or situations occur so you can float, align, and expand into greater awareness. To me, to home in on you, but all the people that are resonating, your consciousness is expanded. People can't keep you small because you can see what you couldn't see before. The rainbow energy is flooding in. You've had a mindset shift. The colours of the universe live within you, radiate their brilliance. Your aura is shining bright. So where your aura might have been bogged down and a bit grey or dull because of the people that were projecting negative energy at you and very heavy, like, I mean, yes, I mean, you know that from your personal session, but also you were quite open about it with after that first time we spoke. Like, you know, some of you have had curses upon you and hexes and stuff from like people of the past. Like that stuff is real. And you'll only know if you felt really bogged down, like you're walking about with a big dark cloud over you, and then you have a proper energy clearing and you feel like that. You go through this transformation. It gets addictive. You'll not want to stop, because it's about empowerment, and that's what your guides and God are really stressing for me right now. For you and anyone that resonates with this to me, that is a rare occurrence that somebody finds me, books a session right away, joins a membership right away, and continues to recognize when they need a session. So I'm just seeing that about you, you know what I mean? It's not to throw shade on other people that, watch for ages and never book or have never booked. It's just pointing out a fact there, like a reality, a Capricorn thing, that your soul must be ready for that. You know what I mean? Mind shift. Struggle dances to the tune of the mind. Ease flows with the tune of the heart. Like you were sick of the stuckness. You were stuck in the bullshit. You were sick of the bullshit. And again, because I'm talking to Nee so deeply here, I'm definitely going to put that review that after Tani had her first session. Yeah, the sun. Feel the warmth of the sun on the situation. Success and happiness awaits as you walk upon a brighter road. Yet, and they're just telling me stop there. Okay. You've had a lot of shit happen to you recently, and no one would blame you for not being able to get out of your bed, to be honest. But you are getting out of your bed and you're going to your work, because I know where your Capricorn is your chart, and you're also, got that strong Aries energy, and you're determined. And oh wait a minute, are you're Aries moon, Aries rising, and you are Capricorn? That's what it is, isn't it? Is that right? We haven't missed your birthday, have we? I hope we haven't missed your birthday. That's what I'm just checking now. I'm like, oh no. Um, oh my god, I've got someone in here I really need to delete. That's quite funny. I've just went down my wee list of. No, your birthday's the 26th, right? Thank God. Thank God for that. I was just like, no, we can't be having missing people's birthdays. But yeah, you are a Capricorn. So wait a minute, that's not Capricorn, that's Aquarius. Yeah, that's Aquarius. I didn't think you. That's funny. I always think you're Aries. That's really weird. You're Aquarius then? You are Aquarius, aren't you? I'm having a mind blank. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that that's Aquarius because my godmother was the just before it changed, and that's so fucking random. By the way, I never ever think of you as an Aquarius. That is because it's your 10th house is in Capricorn or something like that. Remember, I said it's like you're a boss, and that was before I even knew that you just got the job as a big boss. It was totally written all over your chart. This is a great example of what I mean by I don't think of people as their sun signs, like hardly at all. Like to the point where I forget. And that's how much it matters to me. It's like I don't mean the horrible way. I mean like I feel people's moons and their risings more. Because you just scream Aries energy to me because you're Aries sun and moon. Sorry, moon and rising. I might not remember it. You know what? Even though I might now because I've made a big deal about it, but it'll be interesting if I keep doing that, like forgetting that you're Aquarius, because I feel your Aries more. That's quite interesting. Um, it's like I do that a little bit with you too, Brandy, as well, because I know that you're Aquarius, but I feel your Scorpio moon more. But I do always remember that you're Aquarius too. But yeah, I do that with everyone. I always feel their moon and their rising more. Interesting. Right, okay. So anyway, hope that meant something to you. Your ex was a Capricorn. Right. Yeah, no, you have got fierce Capricorn energy though. I'm just gonna get that up again and look because I remember saying it when I looked at your chart. Can't remember what it is. I'm sure it's that you've got your 10th house in Capricorn, or it's the planets or something. Yeah. Yeah, it is that. You've got your Mercury and your Jupiter in Capricorn in the 10th house. So that's where I said it's like you could really have the gift of the gab at work and go to high places. I'm sure I said something like that before and I've said it again. And you have got a really good job. And you obviously do have the gift of the gab because you got a really good job when you joined the membership, and then by the next time I spoke to you, you had an even better job. Like, so it's kind of like, do you know what I mean? You're doing something right. And see, Jupiter is about, I don't believe in luck, it's preparation meeting opportunity, but I've also got Jupiter in Capricorn and I bring people luck and money. So, but I feel you do well in work with that placement. So, and if you like that, people, then you can book that is one of my more expensive sessions, but the psychic astrology empowerment reading is like a package in itself. I can do it over a couple of days, or if you're up for a big marathon session, I'll do it in the one session. I don't record them anymore because, and the reason being is I haven't recorded them for about 10 years or something. The reason I don't is because I'm a medium and a shaman and everything too, and because it is deliverance I do, it would be too traumatic to relive it. So, you know, just make sure you got a pen and paper or whatever, or like it wouldn't be wise to watch it back on video kind of thing. You know, it's good to just let it, because a lot of people cry and it's heavy stuff, so just release it. But um and then look, I look down at abundance flows to me. Yeah, I feel that's about you're going to be rewarded with even more abundance than what you already have because you are taking the steps to do the healing work when you're guided to. You know what I mean? Rather than staying stuck or being in the Four of Pentacles, like, no, I'm holding on to my money. I'm not going to spend it on healing. You know what I mean? Um, right, okay. So, and it's why, like, recently, like I said, like, I donate to people too, and it is true, like, you know, that's why I love tithing. Like, whenever I come in to, and not even loads of money, just like I said, I've said this before, but I've donated to people on YouTube for years. And I remember this was like years ago, and that was the first time I'd ever done it. And like I donated to someone, and then it was like literally like my last fiver or something, or my last tenner. And like it's amazing the things that come back at you when you do that, when you take the risk. And it's like you're compelled to do it kind of thing. But when you take even bigger leaps of faith, you get even bigger rewards. So yeah, that's in my experience doing that for myself, but also when people do that with me. Like I've said, people often do feel a wave of healing wash over them when they book my big packages and stuff. And it's God just saying, like, well done. You're not going to regret that. And nobody that's ever done anything like that with me has regretted it. They've always sang my praises, and I'm grateful for that. Um, and proud of everyone that's I've ever worked with, whether I've spoke to them recently or not for ages. Right. Okay. Randy, who else is here? Who wants a card before I go? Because my throat is quite dry. Oh my god, fucking hell, man. I don't think I'll be going to walk tomorrow. The thing is, if this guy comes early, then I might, but I don't think so. Oh, I know what. I'm going to have a good excuse. I think it's going to be a snow day. But one might want to go out in the snow. But I don't really like snow, to be honest. It's just a bit too much. Um, I will give it a few minutes to see if Brandy wants a card. That's lovely. And how I get more abundance. Absolutely. Thank you for mine, and I hope you get a good rest. Thank you. You're very welcome. Thanks for coming on. And I look forward to when we have our session. And Yeah. Randy, can I offer you a couple of cards and it might help you with whatever you're angry about? There is actually a card in this deck that talks about anger. I'll have a wee shuffle until I see you saying, um, I'm off to work soon anyway and hopefully get home early. Yes, I pray you get home early. And hopefully you do. Hopefully the gods are in working in your favour and you get some time off. Right. Because actually, they're guiding me to say that too. Like I had planned and I'd made sure that I had like every like I just because January can just be so fucking depressing. I just don't like it. Full stop. I just made sure that like I'd paid everything that needed to be paid in advance, and then the money that came my way from the few people that did book, it was totally nuts how the exact amount that came in was the exact amount that I was needed. And I love when that happens. And that's what I mean. Like it can be kind of shit when that, but I actually find it quite fun. Don't get me wrong, it's not like I wouldn't find it fun if I had a surplus of all this extra money, but I actually quite I do find it quite fun. It's like playing Jenga or something. But sometimes I fuck it up because of my ADHD and that. Like I'm like yeah, like you know what I mean? Like I'm like, oh shit, wait a minute, I overestimated that and but no, and that never fails to amaze me. And that's like what I mean about what I say all the time about karma with money. If you ask for a certain amount of money, which I had done, to pay bills or say you're wanting to do a session with someone, in my case, it was just like paying things that I needed to pay. Just recognize when the money comes in and don't spend it somewhere else. Like, you know what I mean? Like my mum keeps saying, I hope you're not buying more stuff in the sales. And I'm like, no, I totally am in. Because I was wearing a new pair of joggers that I got, right? And so normally I wash things when I get them because you really should because they've got horrible plastics on them and that from lying about in these factories. But sometimes, we can't be arsed. We just put it on right away. I spoke about that with my pal the other day. Um, and anyway, so I hadn't washed these joggers. I'd just taken them out of the packet and put them on. They were fucking bobbly as fuck, like in between the legs. And I'm like, that is terrible. I literally just bought them. They're brand new. I'd had them on for like literally a couple of hours, and they're already bobbly. Thank fuck I got them in the sale because they were meant to be a lot more money, but it's just shows you how cheap made these things are. But it's fine because it's just my ones for walking down the beach or hanging about the house. But um, yeah, but no, I definitely do not need to. And like I am drowning in clothes right now, and it's quite funny when most of the time what I wear is PJs. Um, basically, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I do not need that many clothes. So, and I really need to part with the ones that I've had for like far too long that I'm not wearing. But I did, I did actually sift out like I think it was about 3 bags worth. My mum conveniently forgets this because she's always going on at me to fill things for charity. But like, I'd not filmed, I had filled 3 big bags worth of jumpers to give, to charity and these, yeah, I think it was things like that. And, but I've still got tons. And and then I bought things in the sale and I'm just like, oh my God. Like, it's like I tidied up the mountains of clothes and moved it about my room so it looks tidier. But like I really do, that's what I need to do tomorrow because at some point I think my internet's going to be cut off, so that'll give me something to do. But yeah, anyway, I'm just sort of talking crap, but it'll probably resonate with someone. Um, but yeah, no, that the point was bringing it back to the money thing because Capricorn's about money. Like I did find it kind of amazing that I'm like, oh my god, that was like, but the combined amount, it was like the exact amount that I needed. God have my back. Right, okay. So, new beginnings. So, I don't know who this is for because I don't know if Brandy's still here, but we've got new beginnings. Take this as an opportunity to rise from the ashes stronger and more determined. So, kind of fitting with the messages that I've just given to Denise. So, if you're a person out there, if you're a person out there, but well, you are a person out there. unless you're a lurking demon. But you might have been through a really tough time, but fall down 7, stand up 8. You're going to come back even stronger. And you could have been going through a really tough time with something to do with family or your mum, or maybe you are a mum, or however this could all fit in. Because we've got family, harmony, chrysanthemum, but because I've had these cards such a long, long time, like I think it is 15 years. Just if it's not 15, it's got to be close to that. This is always not a good card to me. That your loved ones form a strong pillar of support, embrace their love, and put past issues behind you. So I feel, I feel it is that because it's got Chrysan the mum. That's how I remember how to spell that. Not like I ever need to be able to spell it. I just remember them teaching us that at school randomly. I feel this is something that you've had trouble with your mum. So that makes sense because that full moon that we're still in is about the mother. So I can think of too many people right now, male and female, that will resonate with right now. So I'm just putting that out of my head. But yeah, you've went through difficulty with your mum. Or for some, you are going through a difficult time of through being a mother, whether that's getting used to your new identity as a mum, which some people are still getting used to that years into it, or whether you've had some kind of other difficulty as a mum. And it's been triggered by a past life healing. This situation has been triggered by one of your past lives. Heal the past and bring healing into the present. So if you're resonating with that, you would benefit from a past life regression, or you would benefit from the train journey hypnosis. It's actually a visualization, but it's hypnosis too, the way that I do it. It just depends. I'll talk to you and I'll kind of figure out if you've ever had hypnosis. I do it slightly different depending on different people's needs. Because, like I said, not everyone's suitable for hypnosis. Um, so anyway, that's why it's like, but there's workarounds. Like I just do visualization with people if you're not a good candidate for hypnosis. But yeah, there's something indicating that, like, something in the past has been holding you back. So this could actually be one of these ones where a family member was like an enemy in a past life and they're trying to sabotage you in this life. And I'm being deadly serious right now. Everyone knows that about me. It might be cool to talk about past lives now, but I've been talking about past lives my whole life. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, there's something that's going to resonate for someone. If that resonates, pay attention to that because that is real. I feel it I know where that is in my life, where it's been in the past and where it still is now. And it can be good and bad things, but yeah. Magnify your intentions, baby's breath. Choose a specific goal to work towards. Your energy spread out too many ideas. Please bring your focus back to key intention. Let your angels help you. Someone's being distracted from their goal. Be aware of that. Anger. Release all anger. Don't give power to negative words by saying them. Speak from your higher self and make your communications peaceful and loving. Yeah. So I feel there's the devil. Remember, the devil can appear in people and situations, things like that. The devil is trying to distract you and make you angry. So make yourself clued in to when that's happening. Because, like I said, when I realised that about my subs and having a shitty week, not just any week, the Christmas week, when, like I said, the last few years I've had, whether it's been when I've had it by myself or when I've just been chilling with my mum and dad, I've had really quite nice Christmas dinners. And bear in mind, it's always gonna be about shit when you're like hoping this might be the Christmas that you hear from the person you love and you don't. But putting aside that, I did have a really lovely Christmas last year playing Scrabble with my mum and dad's. I've not played it with them since. I think I actually did say randomly one night when I was like, I'm going to bring the Scrabble again. And my dad was like, please don't. But he's just talking shit because he pure loved it. He liked it better than any. He was really competitive, actually. Like, and I think I won. I think I crept in and won right at the end. I think he was winning, and I'm sure I won. In my memories, I won. He might have won. Nah, I'm sure I did. I think I was quite close and I won. But anyway, You have the ability to connect with the beings of love who surround you, communicate with your angels, and deliver their healing messages to others. I'm bringing back Scrabble, guys. I'm making Scrabble cool. Oh my god, I've just remembered about that electronic Scrabble. I was pure obsessed with that, and then I just came off it, and then I randomly went on it again, and then I went off it. But yeah, it's fun. Right, but I have got my North Node in Gemini, so I like things to do with words and all that. Right, let's just get one last message for everyone. I'm gonna go because I'm really, really tired now. So sleep well, everyone. Whenever your sleepy time comes, I hope you got some kind of help or entertainment or healing from this. And if you want to go that one step further, then book a session. Like I keep saying, the good sessions for if you want to release the past and the, if you had a particularly not very nice Christmas or year in general or whatever. The train journey is brilliant for that. Just trust me. Everyone that's done it has absolutely loved it. And felt a lot lighter after. But you book whatever you feel guided to. And that's one of my cheaper sessions too. So the two that I've been recommending, but yeah. Love yourself and feel the love within your heart. And integrity. I said earlier that's my favourite word. Be fair and open to others and to yourself. That feels like it's in line with what I was saying about don't throw your twin flame under the bus, because that means you're shitting on yourself. And forgive yourself if you feel like you have done that at some point. You didn't know better. Do better when you know better. Celebrate. That's always my union card. Celebrate. I love that we've had 2 cards that have said celebrate. It's time to celebrate. You don't need an occasion to celebrate. Celebrate good times. Come on. Trust your feelings and listen to the voice within. Sweetness. Smell the sweetness in your life. Yeah, there's definitely sweet times coming. Celebrations, union energy, Venus and Mars and Capricorn, divine feminine, divine masculine. So if you're not in a physical union, or if it doesn't look like you're going to be in one anytime soon, enjoy the astral connections while you can. Enjoy the telepathy. Enjoy the whatever you want to call it, the 5D communication, because a lot of that is about manifesting the physical. Make wonderful memories with your loved ones, and I've said this before, but it's true. A lot of us will need to grieve that, when that time comes about, because especially if you've been in that for such a long time, like your whole life will change, but for the better, I'd imagine, because the person will physically be there and it'll be the right time. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, the relationship will manifest. Did I read that memories card? Make wonderful memories of your loved ones. Make wonderful, real memories, like not dwelling or constantly fantasizing on the past memories, which can be fun, but it's a lot more fun to make real memories in the physical. Relationship. Spend more quality time together. If you're single, a new relationship could be on the horizon. Oh, it's getting juicy. Yep, definitely what I've brought through on the other live stream and on this one. So let go of the timing, because very annoyingly, I channel well, it's quite fun too, but I channel so far into the future. Fuck knows when this is for any of us. But my prayers are with you. My prayers are with all of us for all of our unions. Your inner union and then the physical one. And peace out, because my contacts are sticking my eyeballs and I need my bed. So when will I see you again? See, that feels like a channel message too. When will I see you again? I don't know what that song is. I will be back, but when will I be back? I don't know if I'll be back on a live. If I'm back on a live this week, I might be if I'm doing it this way, because this was pretty chill. But I think there's a pretty good chance I won't be. I'll be like, there'll be videos for you to watch, but I don't know if I'll be back on a live. Yeah, I can't. I don't think I will be. But if I am, I might do a spontaneous one. But I don't think I will, because I think I'll be back on Monday to do another mediumship Monday, but also to get back to Scorpio in the 8th house. So, and I was actually getting downloads about doing it a bit differently. So I might just go right ahead and do it differently from next Monday, or I'll just stick to the same old. I'll just go with the flow. But and if you're new around here, I don't do anything like other people do. When I do the Scorpio reading, it's for the 8th house, which I spoke a lot about tonight in this because I'm very 8th house heavy. But um see, that's my voice cracking now. That's some like, right, get off. Um yeah, it's all Scorpio themes that come up, and we've all got Scorpio in an 8th house somewhere, so it can literally be anyone's message. And also that is the sexual union energy, the 8th house. So you want to tune into that one. But anyway, I'm going to get going. And if you wanted to check out any of the playlists of any of the ones I've done in the past, a lot of them could be manifesting now. Um, Not for everyone, but yeah, you'll know better. But and if you're wanting a personal session this week, like I said, I've got someone on Thursday, but that's about lunchtime. So I could have another person in the afternoon, but I don't really want to be working past like 6, to be honest, because I start getting like really, yeah. So if someone wants something, so anyway, you can email me or you can just book it, and if I can't do it, I'll email you and say can we make it next week. But someone tells me it might just be who's booked in already, and then that's fine, and but I'll be available next week from Tuesday to Friday, and that's my usual hours anyway. When it lands on a Pisces moon, I usually don't work whatever day that is. Anyway, I'm going to go because my voice is going. See you later. Stay cozy, keep warm, keep safe, drive safe, all that.